Hey everyone, welcome back. I am so pumped for today's deep dive.
Pumped.
Oh yeah, big time.
Okay, I like it. Bring the energy.
I love digging into thought-provoking concepts.
Oh, yeah, you do.
And this one is a doozy. It's got me thinking a lot lately, actually.
That's good, right?
Yeah, it's called the law of control exposure.
Heard of it.
Basically, it's all about how who and what we let into our lives totally shapes who we become.
Totally. It's powerful stuff.
I thought so too. Like, who knew we had so much control?
Right. It's almost like, well, hidden in plain sight.
Right. So this excerpt you sent me sums it up perfectly.
Oh, let me guess.
Who and what you expose yourself to will shape your destiny. Protect your mind, environment, and influences. Curate your world wisely.
There it is. Short, sweet, to the point.
Right. But it's so deep.
It really is.
The more I think about it, the more I realize, wow, this is kind of how life works, isn't it?
Yeah, like have you ever thought about it that way?
All the time now. Like, how much of who I am is because of the stuff I've been exposed to? Kind of a mind-blowing idea.
I know. It can make your head spin a little, but in a good way.
Yeah, for sure. So it seems like we're not just, drifting along. We're actually the architects of our own little world.
Exactly. We have more power than we think to design the lives we want.
Okay, I love that, the architects thing. But to design anything, you need, like, the right materials, the right tools, right? Like a recipe. You can't just throw anything in the pot and hope for the best.
That's a great analogy. It really is like that. So maybe let's start unpacking what some of those key ingredients are. Where can we apply this whole controlled exposure thing?
Yes. Tell me everything.
Okay, well, the excerpt specifically mentions three key areas: our mind, environment, and influences.
Okay, so first up, the mind. What does it even mean to, like, control what you expose your mind to?
Well, think about it this way. What information are you feeding your brain on a daily basis?
So, like, the news I read, stuff on social media, books, podcasts like that.
Exactly. All of that stuff goes in and it shapes your thoughts, your beliefs, your whole worldview.
Okay, makes sense. But honestly, being more selective about what news I consume, like, how do you even do that these days? There's so much out there, and it's hard to know what's even reliable anymore.
It's tough, for sure. We're bombarded with information from all sides. But one thing you can do is actively seek out diverse perspectives.
Diverse, like, read stuff I don't agree with.
Exactly. Don't just stick to sources that confirm what you already think. Step outside your comfort zone.
Ooh, stepping outside my comfort zone. Brave.
It's good for you. Think of it this way. If you mostly read left-leaning news, try reading a conservative publication and vice versa.
Okay, but I'm going to be so annoyed.
Maybe. But it's not about agreeing with everything you read. It's about understanding how other people think, where they're coming from.
So don't live in the bubble. I got it. So what about environment? What does that mean in this context?
So that's both your physical and your virtual environments, your home, your workspace, even the online spaces you inhabit.
Oh yeah, I spend way too much time online.
We all do, but think about how those spaces make you feel. Do they energize you or drain you? Do they promote focus, creativity, or do you end up feeling distracted and kind of negative?
Whoa. So, like, is cleaning my desk a form of self-care now? Because honestly, my desk is a disaster zone.
Well, maybe, but it's about being intentional about creating spaces that support your well-being.
I like that. But what about those of us who don't have, like, total control over our environment? Say you work in a super crowded office, or you can't exactly redecorate your whole apartment.
I hear it, and that's where you get to be creative. Maybe it's as simple as bringing in a plant for your desk, putting up a picture that makes you smile, or even just using noise-canceling headphones to create a little bubble of peace.
Okay, I could definitely do that. Small changes, big impact, right?
Exactly. All right, so last but not least, we have influences. Any guesses what that might be about?
People.
Ding, ding, ding. We have a winner, and this is a big one. The people you spend time with have a huge impact on your well-being, your goals, even your sense of who you are.
It's true. Like, you hang out with super negative people, you start to feel negative yourself.
Exactly. So surrounding yourself with people who uplift you, who support your growth, that is a powerful way to curate your world.
Speaking of influences, one of the things I was reading about was how the cultures we're exposed to can really shape our sense of self.
Oh, totally. That makes so much sense, right? Like, the more diverse our experiences, the richer our understanding of the world becomes.
Yeah, and it doesn't have to be like traveling to exotic places, although that's amazing, of course. But even just, trying new foods, engaging with different art forms, it all opens up our minds.
I agree. It's all about expanding those horizons.
So it's about curating our information, our environment, the people we're around. But this is the age of information overload. Seriously, how are we supposed to create any kind of controlled exposure when we're bombarded with stuff all day long?
It's a real challenge, for sure, but it's not about shutting the world out completely. It's about finding the right balance, finding that sweet spot between being engaged with the world and protecting your energy.
Okay, I think I can do that. So what, like, put down the phone once in a while?
That's a great start, but also think about things like setting boundaries with technology. Maybe have certain times when you're just totally unplugged.
Ooh, scary, but I like it.
And there are tools that can help too, like apps that filter out certain types of content.
Yeah, filter the bad stuff out.
Exactly. And don't forget to schedule in some time for disconnection. Just quiet time to reflect, be present.
Oh, I love quiet time. Okay, so this law of controlled exposure, it's powerful stuff. It really makes you think about how much power we have to create the life we want. It's
Absolutely.
like we're not just leaves blowing in the wind, right? We can actually choose our direction.
We're more like gardeners. We get to choose what we plant, what we nurture, and what we prune away.
Love that, the gardener analogy. Okay, everyone listening, last question for it before we wrap things up. What's one small change you can make today to start curating your world a little more intentionally?
Yeah, what is one little tweak you can make?
Could be unsubscribing from that newsletter that always stresses you out.
Or maybe rearranging your desk so it feels more inspiring.
Or even just promising yourself 10 minutes of phone-free time tonight.
10 minutes, that's it.
You got this.
Baby steps.
And hey, thanks for diving deep with us today. Remember, you're not alone on this journey.
We're all figuring it out
So
together.
keep exploring, keep curating, and keep those minds open. We'll catch you next time.
See ya.
Bye, everyone.
Bye. Nursey AI.